Hello from Open Diplomacy. Today we are discussing one of the most complex issues in South Asia. We will examine the recent train attack carried out by the terrorist organization Balochistan Liberation Army in Pakistan, exploring its background and the main motivation behind it. With our esteemed guest, Dr. Khuram Iqbal, we will assess the significance of this attack and Pakistan's expectation from the international community. Dear Professor, how should we assess the recent train attack carried out by the terrorist organization Balochistan Liberation Army? What are the main motivation behind this attack?
Professor, thank you so much for having me for this podcast. For the international audience, I would like to explain that mainly there are two types of terrorist organizations in Pakistan. First, who use religion as their main driving force, and second is ethno-nationalist terrorist organization. The recent terrorist attack on the train in Balochistan have been conducted by the ethno-nationalist terrorist organizations in Balochistan province, which have been active there for last many decades, or to be precise, since the inception of Pakistan in 1947. These ethno-nationalist terrorist organizations, they are actually fighting historically for more socio-political rights and emancipation, but gradually they have become more radicalized in their approach. And from seeking socio-political emancipation while remaining within the Constitution of Pakistan, they have moved to seek complete freedom from Pakistan. There are radical transformations in the agenda of these ethno-nationalist terrorist organizations. Firstly, we have seen that these secular, so-called secular terrorist organizations, they have forged cooperation with the Islamist terrorist organizations such as Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. The second transformation that we have witnessed, historically, Baloch terrorists, they were only focused against the central government, but of lately, they have also started targeting international investments in Pakistan, while Chinese are on the top. They label both China and Pakistan as exploitators, as the enemies of Baloch resources and people. Therefore, they are targeting not only the Pakistani state and society, but Chinese interests as well. This precise attack, particular attack on the train, was perhaps the most high profile terrorist attacks in the recent history after the APS tragedy in 2014, which claimed hundreds of school kids. In 10 years' time, this is perhaps the most high-profile attack that we have seen. And it indicates that the capacity and capability of Baloch militants has increased manifold. Now they are capable of laying siege to different cities, holding them for hours. Their target selection has also expanded. Traditionally, they were targeting the government infrastructure, but now they're also targeting the civilians as well, which include the non-Baloch civilian population there. So this threat landscape of Pakistan has transformed quite significantly. And one important factor that has led to this transformation was the withdrawal or abrupt withdrawal of American forces from Afghanistan, which provided these organizations a breeding ground just across the border where they can recuperate, remobilize, seek finances and weapons, and then fall back in Pakistan to launch deadly attacks. So that one event has damaged Pakistan's internal security quite significantly.
Dear Professor, what are Pakistan's expectations from the international community regarding the Balochistan issue?
Sir, terrorism in this region, South Asia or elsewhere in the world, always remains a transnational phenomenon. Terrorists, they exploit the loose borders, the contested lands. The same is the case in Pakistan. It remains a transnational phenomenon, like I said, that the terrorists of both sides, the Islamists and nationalists, they have found sanctuaries across the border. So first thing is that Afghanistan, the Afghan government must acknowledge Pakistan's genuine security concerns, and they must act against the terrorist organizations which are targeting Pakistan. Secondly, there is a need for a regional consensus. And when I talk about regional consensus on counterterrorism, that includes a consensus among Pakistan, China, Iran, and Afghanistan to find a regional solution. Because this problem of terrorism, besides Afghanistan, we have seen that the groups operating from Afghanistan, they have conducted attacks in Iran as well. For instance, Islamic State of Khorasan province has conducted some of the deadliest attacks in Iran, in Central Asia. And in Central Asia, they have targeted the Chinese personnel and investments as well. So that is why it becomes a multi-stakeholder phenomena, which calls for a multi-stakeholder approach to this problem. Internationally, there is some acknowledgement of Pakistan's security concerns, about Pakistan's concerns about the presence of terrorist sanctuaries in Afghanistan, because we have seen successive reports from United Nations which have endorsed that Afghanistan is gradually becoming the hub of transnational terrorism. So therefore, these countries in the region, they must articulate, they must draft a joint strategy to fight this menace. Otherwise, it's going to bode ill for the regional security at large.
Dear Professor, thank you for sharing your valuable knowledge and perspectives with us.